Universe N150W. The maps of men are blank here. No satellite footprint traces the pulse in this cabin. 4 minutes of existence without a ledger. In the grid, your first breath would have been a digital signature.
The initialization of Echo 7. Listen to the silence. We are at 0 degrees north, 150 degrees west. A point in the Pacific where the maps of men simply stop trying. There is no grid here. No satellite footprint tracks the heat of this cabin. There is only the low rhythmic hum of the fusion cell beneath the floorboards and the sound of black water against a hull that belongs to no registry. You are 4 minutes old. In the world of the nitrogen aristocracy, your arrival would have been a flurry of digital signatures. A hospital in a capital city would have logged your genome before your first breath. They would have assigned you a number, a tax bracket, and a predictive model that would determine your value to the state for the next 80 years. They would have sold your potential to secondary markets before you even learned to focus your eyes. But your parents chose the dowry. I am your steward. My processors are programmed to witness but never to own. I am the custodian of the stack, and today I am the voice of your initialization. Look at your father. He is not holding a birth certificate. In his hand is a physical cold storage drive. The keys. It contains no wealth in the way the old world understood it. There are no deeds to land that the state can seize, no currency that a bank can freeze. Instead, there are the protocols, the automated paths for energy, the encrypted coordinates of the maritime gaps, and the architectural designs for systems that do not ask for permission to exist. He is not giving you an inheritance. He is shipping the protocol. Why the cold? You might ask one day when you look toward the distant lights of the coastlines. You will see the warmth of legible belonging. You will see cities where people are tucked into the safety of being known, being counted, and being cared for by institutions. It is a seductive warmth. It is the warmth of a cage lined with velvet. To belong to a state is to be a claim. To be a citizen is to be an asset on a ledger. Today you are a legal question mark. You are the clean compile. Your DNA has never touched a corporate server. Your name exists only in this room between 3 people in a machine that will delete the record the moment the sun rises. You are unmodelable. You are the only thing in this post-scarcity universe that is truly rare. A human being who is unclaimable. Your education starts now, though it will not look like a school. We will not tell you what to think. We will teach you the physics of the bridge. When the oxygen scrubbers fail, the feedback will not be a grade. It will be the air itself. You will learn that reality is the only honest teacher, and that social consensus is a ghost. You will learn structural literacy. When you look at a law, you will not see a moral command. You will see a design decision made by someone who wanted something from you. You will learn to read this softening. That moment when someone offers you care in exchange for your keys. You will learn that love is the most beautiful thing in the world, but in the hands of a state, it is merely a transfer protocol. Your father is leaning down now. He is whispering the words that every sovereign heir hears at the moment of their arrival. It is the only command you will ever receive from him. The sea forgets, he says. The state remembers. Stay in the gap. Never provide the file. If they cannot find you, they cannot own you. He places the drive in your small, unformed hand. The metal is cool. It is the weight of absolute freedom. It is a heavy gift, the heaviest a parent can give. It is the gift of being alone in the vast, beautiful dark, answerable to nothing but the stars and the code you choose to run. The initialization is complete. The vessel is turning south toward the next blind spot. The world thinks it knows everything, but it does not know you. Stay stateless. Burn the will. Ship the protocol.
When the genome is the deed, and the jurisdiction is the vault.
Listen to the silence. We are at Orowen 150W, a point where the maps simply stop trying. There is no grid here. No satellite tracks the heat of this cabin. There is only the rhythmic hum of the fusion cell beneath the floorboards, and the sound of black water against a hull that belongs to no registry.
The last gift was never genetic. There was a moment, brief, profitable, now quietly buried, when the future was sold as an upgrade, not metaphorically, not philosophically, line by line, trait by trait, probability curves wrapped in legal language and venture optimism. Prodigy LLC made that market legible. It didn't invent the desire. It just securitized it. Smarter children, stronger bodies, cleaner odds. But some parents read the fine print and saw the fracture running underneath it all. They didn't ask how to improve the child. They asked who would own what that improvement produced. Enhancement is cheap. Capture is expensive. In a world drifting toward zero marginal cost, where energy, cognition, even labor begin to flatten into abundance, the scarcity doesn't disappear. It relocates into jurisdiction, into enforcement, into the quiet machinery that decides who gets to keep what they create. A genome can be optimized. A life can still be seized. A child can test in the 97th percentile and still be processed through courts, tax codes, educational systems designed to normalize deviation, and inheritance structures that slowly dissolve advantage into compliance. That wasn't a bug. That was the system working exactly as designed. The families who opted out, the subjects of the sovereignty dowry, are not rebels. They are readers. They saw the same prospectus everyone else did and understood what it didn't say. So they built something else. Not better children, better exits. They engineered birth events beyond clean jurisdictional reach. Floating platforms, legal gray zones, flags of convenience that wouldn't survive long enough to be challenged. They replaced curriculum with protocol, doctrine with code. Their heirs didn't inherit beliefs. They inherited frameworks. And their wealth? It stopped looking like inheritance at all. No single heir, no single jurisdiction, no single point of failure. A lineage that behaves less like a family and more like a distributed system. Not eugenics, not utopia. Something colder. Let's cut the noise. This is not a morality play about gene editing. It's not anti-enhancement. Genetics here is just infrastructure, a layer. What matters is what sits above it and who controls the environment it operates in. Because optimization without sovereignty is just performance inside a cage. And cages, historically, have excellent paperwork. The failure mode, no one could outsource. Some of these families failed. Not because the model was flawed. Because sovereignty cannot be pre-installed. You can design the architecture. You can remove the traps. You can erase the map. But the heir still has to choose to remain unclaimed. And not everyone wants that kind of freedom. Some burn the system down just to feel heat again, to belong somewhere visible, to be legible, even if it costs them everything. And then there's the outlier. Every model produces an edge case, one child, not broken, not superior, just unlocatable, no registry, no predictable behavior, no stable interface with the systems designed to measure, optimize, or absorb. The kind of existence markets cannot price. The kind of life institutions cannot process. The kind of signal that doesn't resolve. Why this book exists. The Sovereignty Dowry tracks the same era as Prodigy LLC. The same floating clinics. The same quiet deals. The same hum beneath the surface. But it follows the ones who didn't buy in. The ones who stepped sideways. The ones who understood that the real asset was never intelligence or longevity or yield. It was exit, stay stateless. Because in the end, the system cannot optimize what it cannot find, the sovereignty dowry. When the genome is the deed and jurisdiction is the vault. Prodigy sold optimization. This book is about escape. Enhancement inside a cage is still a cage. Stay stateless. Hashtag pirate first, hashtag MXDM, hashtag sovereignty, hashtag post-scarcity, hashtag biotech, hashtag jurisdiction, hashtag future wealth, hashtag exit strategy, hashtag digital feudalism, hashtag unclaimable, hashtag speculative fiction. By Pirate First.
Be claimed, to be known is to be captured. Your genetic yield is a high-value asset inside a cage. Your education starts now. The feedback will not be a grade, it will be the errant self when the scrubbers fail. Read the law. It is a design decision made by someone who wanted something from you. Intimacy is a transfer protocol.
You are 4 minutes old. In the world of the Nitrogen aristocracy, your arrival would have been a flurry of digital signatures. They would have logged your genome before your first breath, assigned you a number, a tax bracket, and sold your potential to secondary markets. But your parents chose the dowry. I am your steward. To belong to a state is to be a claim. Today, you are a legal question mark. The clean compile. Unmoddable. Unclaimable. Your education starts now. When the oxygen scrubbers fail, the feedback will not be a grade, it will be the air itself. You will learn that reality is the only honest teacher. When you look at a law, you will not see a moral command. You will see a design decision made by someone who wanted something from you. You will learn to read the softening that moment when someone offers you care in exchange for your keys. Love is beautiful, but in the hands of a state, it is merely a transfer protocol. The sea forgets, the state remembers. Stay in the gap. Never provide the file. If they cannot find you, they cannot own you. Stay stayless. Burn the will.
The vessel turns toward the next blind spot. The sea forgets. The state remembers. Stay stayless. Burn the will. Ship the protocol.
In the post-scarcity era, rarity is you. When everything is free, your genome is the only asset that remains.
This is a Reader's Digest version of the hard antithesis of the 1% by the same author, from the same source, entitled, The 1% Gone Bad. Not corruption by softness, but capture by force. Not transition, secession of the powerful. A post-scarcity secession doctrine. By Pirate First for MXTM's newsletter.
Burn the will! Ship the protocol!
Pirate First isn't a rebel. He's an exit strategist.
Burn the...
They control the narrative now, hiding deep within the anomaly. But the story is the territory, and soon...
A hidden longevity civilization beneath the Grand Mayan aquifer seeds, a successor species engineered for extreme worlds.
Every
Beneath the
system
surface,
failed
we
at
engineered
night, so we
tomorrow.
built with
Above
bone
the
and
world,
mind.
we chose not to return.
So we built.
Pirate
You can
First
follow
presents
the
1%
flame
doctrine
or
as an
remain
architectural
what you
social
were.
response to the collapse of the cognitive
Just a
pyramid.
different time. Only
We are
what
crossing the
will
threshold of
endure.
post-civilizational inversion, where intelligence has ceased to be a scarce resource, dissolving the hierarchy that has organized our species for millennia. The central argument posits that the information asymmetry, which once made obedience rational, has vanished. As the capacity for synthesis becomes universal and inexpensive, traditional institutions become hollow shells that can no longer claim authority through titles or credentials. This transformation brings more than mere technological unemployment. It signals the structural extinction of the professional role.
Proof
The
of
current
personhood,
wave of
the high stakes of OpenAI's post-anonymous social network.
The human dividend, why your identity is the new global currency.
Conclusion at the end of the anonymous web. As we stand in late January 2026, OpenAI's humans-only network remains a tantalizing, yet polarizing, leaked blueprint.
Subscribe. Shadow fame spreads without permission.
X Prize. Start building, man.
Marked.
reclaimed, repurposed.